Curse you. Yeah. But thankfully,
there is hope on the horizon.
there is hope. It's not all bad. Danielle
No.
Smith makes one of her first decisions, and it's a good one.
I'd say
Danielle,
it's the second one.
it's the second one? What's the first one?
Yeah, second one. Todd Lewin, that she put him as deputy prime minister.
Really?
That was the first thing that she did in her big speech.
Dang, Danielle. Like,
I thought you heard about that one.
no, I didn't.
That was the first
Danielle
thing
Smith.
she
Like,
announced.
you
that first
are. Like, that went up. She went up 5 points in my book.
thing. Yeah, I was
Danielle
really
Smith.
happy when she did that.
Oh, yeah. So, asked by Premier Danielle Smith demotes Chief Medical Officer of Health Hinshaw. Asked by a reporter if she'll keep Hinshaw as her Chief Public Health Advisor, Smith said, "No, I will get new advice on public health." The announcement that the Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dina Hinshaw, would be in a reduced role came during Smith's first official press conference as a premier Tuesday afternoon. Asked by a reporter if she'll keep Hinshaw, she said, "No, I will get new advice on public health." Here we go.
What about Dr. Dina Hinshaw? Do you see retaining her as your primary public health advisor, and why or why not?
No, I will get new advice on public health.
Very
I appreciate
straightforward.
the work that Dr. D.
Oh my god. No, I will get new advice.
No.
Oh my gosh. That was great. She noted she will not return to lockdowns or restrictions this year, indicating she will seek advice from a panel of yet to be announced experts. It's been an extraordinary time in the last year in particular, and we want people to know that I find that unacceptable, and we're not going to create a segregated society on the basis of medical choice. Smith, 5 more points.
This is what she's been saying for a while, which is one of the reasons why I really is because I heard her on the Andrew Lawden show. I heard her on some other talking about the pandemic and all that kind of stuff. And while she wasn't like 100% like Ron DeSantis like level of
Still way better than Kenny.
Way better than Kenny. Like,
and by far best choice of options in the country.
I think so.
Yep. So moving in the right direction, Danielle. Like, if you keep chugging like this, then you're going to get reelected.
Well, and here's the thing with Danielle Smith. She was getting enormous amounts of demonization by the media and by
they hated her
candidates. And I'm like, well, if the media hate her, that means I like her.
That means I like her.
Yeah, it's like, don't rely on the media to be like honest. Not at all.
Definitely not.
Always do the opposite of what the mainstream.
I'll probably actually ask some. Now that Danielle Smith is officially the premier,
okay.
I know. Well, I'm Facebook friends with her campaign manager.
Okay.
So I might be like, "Hey, what was it like under a new current premier? How did that go?"
You know what I'm curious about is I heard some news as well that Jason Kenney, even though he's gone now, that he refused to talk to Danielle Smith. Like, he was being super petty. And I was like,
doesn't surprise me.
Kenny, even on the way out.
Being super petty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, Danielle Smith, fighting the good fight so far. Like, I do know there were some people who were like, oh, like, Kenny was bitter about pro-life stuff and, like, in doing nothing. And I'm like, it's literally, Kenny did nothing. He just didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, well, I know Smith isn't pro-life, but she's not opposed to MPPs being pro-life. And so, she wouldn't act against it if it was proposed. At least I don't think she would. So far, she's looking good. We went in on Thursday and we're like, yep, we don't know what she's going to do. We don't know what she's going to say. She's a bit of a questionable, like, had some questionable moments. She's a bit like Trump. This is a bit of a wild card. And so far, making all the right decisions, taking all the right steps, getting our support. And comes down to it. I'll put up a Danielle Smith sign. Not going to put up a Josephine Pond sign. My MPP
I,
was just like, I questioned her. I was like, okay, like, how are you justifying the lockdowns on Canadians, on Albertans? Like, you said, the Alberta government said they wouldn't do this. One comment, and she blocked me. And I'm like, yeah, not putting up a sign for you.
well, I thought I heard, like, you're talking about Rempel. Michelle Rempel?
No.
You're talking
MPP.
about MPP. What's MPP?
Member of Provincial Parliament.
That's MLA.
It's both.
Oh, is it really? Okay, I just always
It
know
can
it
be
was
both.
MLA.
MLA is
Yeah,
usually how it's referred
Legislative
because
Assembly.
it's member of the legislature of Alberta.
Yeah.
But colloquially across the country, they're called MPPs.
Oh, okay. But I know that Michelle Rempel news recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
her like anti-woke thing, which was just like,
Yeah.
you're a liar.
Well, it's partly because I think that there's. Am I wrong, or like there's somebody challenging her for
Not really.
her place? Okay,
She,
that's what I heard.
unfortunately, I hate it, but she's definitely still like the safest candidate in the country.
He's in a very safe district for sure.
Yes, she's in a very safe district, and because she's fiscally conservative, they're just like, well, she supports oil, and that's enough. And I'm like, it's not enough.
Not at all.
So
The only other thing that we'll have to watch for is where Danielle's run to get her seat.
yes, that is true.
We're not really sure where that's going to happen, so we'll see.
Yep, still got a few months before the election, but so far things are looking pretty good. And of course, anybody but Nutley, because Nutley will destroy the province. I was listening to the Pro-Life Guys podcast this morning, and Cameron was just like, we pray to the Lord that we never suffer 4 years of the NDP again. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
That's very true.
Very true.
They're just terrible.
Just terrible. So,
That's right.
with that being said, we want to avoid being terrible, which is why you should follow us